Yo, what's up guys? You got PokeaimMD here with an Ubers Showdown live around Mega Metagross. Mega Metagross was banned to the Ubers tier, and I figured since I did this already with Pheromosa when it got banned, tried it out in Ubers, might as well try out Mega Metagross. My boy asfgerthrrth passed me this team. I didn't even ask him for the team. He knew, he knew what I was thinking, and he just left me a team like this. So I appreciate that, bro. And in any case, I made 7 years on YouTube, which is crazy how long I've been on this. I started in high school and now I'm 23 years old. But yeah, thank you so much, guys. I should have probably already had a video up today thanking you guys, as well as hopefully launching a shirt in commemoration. I don't have that just yet. I haven't done that video. I want to do that when I'm more awake, at least tomorrow. Because I'm gonna try and get on Facecam. I don't know, my webcam rather is acting up, and this room still doesn't have, like, I just got the shelf today and I gotta put it together, so we'll see. But yeah, if you guys want to check out the shirt, if I do have one launched, you can check it out. The link is down below in the description. In any case, let's look over the team. It's pretty cool. We have Mega Metagross with enough speed for base 100s like Palkia and whatnot. The HP allows it to live a +1 Earthquake from Salamence and knock it out with Ice Punch. We have bulky SD Arceus, nice extreme speed, sub SD, dodging Will-O-Wisp and whatnot. Psych Up Primal Groudon, which is pretty cool if we do end up facing something like a Xerneas. We could do a ton of damage. SD Focus Sash Rayquaza. Spec Xerneas, but look at this set. This set is actually so clean. I actually like this a lot on Spec Xerneas because I feel like more than anything else, you want to just lock yourself into Moonblast most of the time. So if I get knocked off, I can then Geomancy, Rest Talk. And Sleep Talk will only either get Rest or Moonblast. You can't Sleep Talk or Geomancy. So last but not least, we have Lunala to help us pretty much revenge kill everything in the game because of Shadow Shield. So I said so a lot, but we're gonna pause it, guys, until I find an Ubers battle, and we'll be right back. Alright guys, so we found a game versus this hyper offensive type of team. It's actually weird that he has Giratina on this, since typically Giratina is there to defog. I guess he's just gonna spread status and be a switch into Groudon. But I'm gonna lead off with my Rayquaza because we are Focus Sash. We can SD up alongside Deoxys. I don't know if you'd actually taunt Rayquaza, since I can just Dragon Ascent into extreme speed and take you out. But the cool thing about Focus Sash is it does guarantee at least 1 or 2 kills, depending on what Deoxys wants to do. With Dragon Ascent into extreme speed, you can't revenge kill me with Xerneas. Metagross is going to be nice because it can obviously Earthquake, Reshiram. I don't know if it would be Scarf. Scarf is actually an option, considering he does have the option of also having Spikes plus Stealth Rock on Deoxys or dual screens. But we lead Rayquaza. I don't know if you taunt Rayquaza when I can easily just Dragon Ascent into extreme speed. So I'm going to go for SD, as he does go right for the Stealth Rock. Nice. And what I can do is just Dragon Ascent here. If he wants to taunt me, that's fair. If he wants to get up Spike, that's fine as well. We don't have Hazard Control, unfortunately, but he also doesn't seem to have a Specs Xerneas switch in, unless that's Arceus Steel. And I doubt that, seeing as how he does have Hazard, is probably going to be E-Killer. But he taunts a turn just a little bit too late, because I can definitely Dragon Ascent this thing into extreme speed. Unless he has his own extreme speed, he's not breaking my Focus Sash. So goes Giratina. A little bit odd considering I can hit you with a +2 Dragon Ascent. I'm not sure why he went Giratina. Maybe just to Shadow Sneak me, because he's not knocking me out. Then again, he doesn't know I have Focus Sash, but I could also go for a Dragon move here. So what he might actually do is double back out into Deoxys, predicting the Dragon move, though Rayquaza doesn't typically run it that much. Or, you know, he could just sack his Giratina, that's fine. So I get potentially 3 kills with this Mon, because I brought Deoxys down with Sash. Whatever's coming in is going to drop, and I can't believe Giratina actually just dropped to a... I mean, I'm adamant, so it makes sense, but it's still Giratina Origin form. I don't think anybody expected it to drop. Arceus Poison comes out. It's going to hit you with an Earthquake, because Earthquake into... actually was an Arceus that can take on Fairy, which is cool. But Metagross is looking that much better. We can just Earthquake now into the extreme speed, assuming Adamant +2 Earthquake does not knock it out. It does knock it out, and we'll be able to get off a heavy hit on something with the extreme speed. So like I said, Rayquaza just putting in some massive work. What does he have now? Reshiram maybe to come in? I don't even know if Reshiram could risk coming in. To be honest, I don't even think he Scarfs Xerneas. I'm just gonna Dragon Ascent it. I think I just killed his entire team with this Mon. SD Rayquaza might have just gotten a 6-0 right here. What just happened? Yep, SD Rayquaza got a 6-0. So, yeah, wow. I didn't expect that. I thought he would sack Deoxys to maybe go something like Xerneas or even Arceus Poison to revenge kill me. That would have worked too, because then he could have potentially Shadow Sneaked me with his Giratina. But basically, Rayquaza may have been faster than Reshiram, Xerneas, and Kyogre, and I could have just Dragon Ascent them all, or Earthquake in Reshiram's case, and just won the game. And then I could, of course, Extreme Speed the Deoxys and win. So I understand why he forfeited. And at the end of the day, I still did have Metagross just in case Xerneas got out of hand, just a bullet punch it, get some chip. Also Earthquake Reshiram, and I did have Primal Groudon as well as an E-Killer in the back. So we're just going to pause it, guys, until we find another battle, because it actually took me a little while to find this battle, and we'll be right back. Alright guys, so we got another battle, and another Deoxys speed. Metagross is pretty cool because being able to Ice Punch Rayquaza. Hey, being able to Ice Punch, typically people don't call me AIM, so he might know me from Smogon. Usually Joey. I mean, AIM is my Smogon name. Also was my Purple Surge name back in the day. Man, memories. I'm your fan. Thank you, bro. I appreciate it. I was gonna say friend, but I don't know why I put bro there. I say both, whatever. I'm gonna lead off with Rayquaza and do the exact same thing. He could taunt me first turn again. I don't know. He might. He might have saw the last game on Fort. I mean, either way, I'm still a Focus Sash Rayquaza, so I'm still getting my kill unless you're Rocky Helmet, and that is definitely Rocky Helmet. Okay, so that makes sense. But we can still pick it off with the Dragon Ascent into Extreme Speed. He can Revenge Kill me now with a Gengar. Gengar's actually a threat. Stealth Rock are going to be pretty key in this. He does go Arceus. I think I'll just go for the Dragon Ascent. I should go down to Extreme Speed from him, or Ice Beam. Okay, that's really cool. That's actually really cool. I want Metagross to put in some work, so what I want to do is actually go out into my my own Arceus is actually really good as well versus him. But I want Metagross to put in work, so what I'm actually going to do is go out to Groudon just so I can get up the rocks. Rocks are going to be nice for weakening Gengar for potentially Bullet Punch. Could also have Lava Plumed here. Sting up, I don't think is going to be that much of a difference. I don't think I'll die. And I can just go right for the safe. Lava Plume, as what type of Groudon is that we just went down? Oh my god, what? Wow, that has to be Adamant. I should not have disrespected the Adamant Life Orb. I definitely shouldn't have. So I could see him going out to Gengar here if he doesn't want to, well then again, he's probably not going to take this. He could just be minus Spadaf Nature. Maybe he's just running Ice Beam because it takes rid of Salamence and all that. Thankfully we do connect. Unfortunately we are going to go down. Actually +2 Earthquake might not take me out. It does not take me out, but it does leave me in range of the Shadow Shield. And Gengar can come out. I don't have a Mon to actually Revenge Kill this, but my Metagross can still put in some massive work. So I'll just sack this. If he has Sub, then that's unfortunate. I mean, I could have switched out because Shadow Attack doesn't affect Ghost, obviously. But what I'm hoping actually happens is what just happened, which is him going for Shadow Ball, knocking me out. I can go out to my Arceus and maybe just go for the... He could taunt me. I'll just Shadow Claw here. I'll just Shadow Claw. Like, there's not many mons you can go into that actually threaten me straight up. Destiny Bond is fair as well. However, you can't double Destiny Bond. It will guaranteed fail. So I'll actually go for SD here just in case. As he taunts me, which is smart. But again, I can just go for Extreme Speed here and force him to... basically, Destiny Bond will always fail if you use it twice in a row. So I can just get the Shadow Claw kill here. And knock him out, and that's what I wanted. And then Metagross can potentially come in, so that's smart of him to actually go for the Sludge Wave there. But whatever comes in, I get to hit it. I get to SD up now because Taunt will wear off, and I can hit it with a +2 attack. And I don't think anything on his team can actually OHKO Arceus from 70%. What does he have though? He could go Rayquaza. If it is Z-move Rayquaza, it definitely knocks me out, 100%. If he goes Groudon, I think that'd be a misplay, but I would still love it either way. Yeah, Rayquaza comes out. A Z-move could come out. I could sack my Xerneas here. I think he's going to go for the Z-move. I don't think you Dragon Dance up in front of a Mon that can SD up and then sweep you. I think you go for Supersonic Sky Strike if you do have it. So I'm going to go Xerneas here. And hope he goes for that. Yep, Supersonic Sky Strike. Nice. And do we live a Dragon Ascent is the question. Arceus is super bulky. At 58%, I still think you take it. Because the point of this is to get off the damage on Groudon that I need to be able to knock it out with... I could just be slower too. Oh no, I'm faster, thank God. Alright, so the point of this is to get off the dragon, the damage that I need on Groudon to be able to knock him out with Metagross after. So we can just extreme speed here, knock him out, and I think we also win because we 2-hit KO every mon with this, and then Metagross in the back wins, knocks out every mon. So I don't think Dragon Dancing there was a play. I think you definitely had to attack because now I'm 100% out of range of every attack he can go for. And I can just extreme speed into extreme speed. Moonblast definitely doesn't knock me out. That does a lot though, but I can just extreme speed into extreme speed. Knock this mon out. And then Groudon, which should very well be offensive on a team with Deoxys setting up Stealth Rock, should go down to the extreme speed plus the Earthquake from Mega Metagross. And Mega Metagross will finally be able to do something even though it's this late. Because he can't set up and beat me at the same time. And my Metagross is confirmed faster. So that does so much damage. And he can knock me out with Press of his Blades. But Mega Metagross gets to come out. Thank God for that auto speed boost right here. Because we will be faster once we click Mega Evolution. Let's make sure I don't misclick anything. And we just knock him out with the Earthquake, and that'll be good game. So Metagross being able to pick off the final kill right there. He definitely misplayed by going for the Dragon Dance. He 100% had to attack there. That way he could have went Xerneas and revenge killed me. And then I literally would have to dodge Pressure's Blaze with Metagross to win the game. But you know, Pokemon isn't just about having more Pokemon. It's about also playing the end game right. But in any case, we're gonna pause it, guys, until we find another battle, and we will be right back. Alright guys, so we got another one, and this guy's team is so cool. He's using mons like Greninja, which is definitely going to be up here at one point or another, as well as Genesect, which is really cool. I'm going to lead off on my Rayquaza because, again, I can just rinse repeat versus him. Usually they are hazards plus taunts. I actually want to SD up as he has Ice Beam. Okay, so I wanted to SD up because if he got up like a spike or something, I would be able to knock him out after. With Dragon Ascent into extreme speed, and obviously this goes before Shadow Sneak, but he is Sash. I knew there'd be Sash lead, but at least we'll be able to use Metagross here, get that chance to Mega Evolve, and also get our kill on Greninja with the Bullet Punch. So that's alright. Unfortunately, I lost Rayquaza early. I should have just done the smarter thing, which was definitely attacking into, which was 100% attacking into the extreme speed, but I didn't know that he'd be, I know he'd be Sash, because that's the typical one that is ran on that set, but I didn't know he'd be that type of Sash, like, you get me? So I really like Metagross in this matchup. It's actually really, really cool. But that's why I'm going to throw it away right here to click Earthquake. Because he's definitely going for Rocks. Or Flamethrower. Okay, I've never ever seen Flamethrower on Groudon, but that is so cool. I gotta be careful here, because as I can lose to his own Xerneas, which is why I want to keep Groudon alive, because I think I could psych up and sweep him. So we'll go out to our own Spec Xerneas. It might not seem like a switch in, and neither was staying with Metagross, but I need to weaken his Groudon for my Arceus to potentially win. And I also want to get up Rocks, but Specs Moonblast is going to do a lot to no matter anything he switches into. Goes for Roar, which is great, because he roars me out into my E-Killer, and I can just go right for the Extreme Speed. Pick off the Groudon, we do prevent Rocks, we prevented Spikes from Greninja, and my Arceus is revealed. However, Genesect, what do you do to me, huh? Okay, well he throws away his Genesect, nice. So Xerneas is a little bit more freed up. I can go right to the SD and kind of put in a lot of work. Yeah, what just happened? The boy sent out Arceus and forfeited. Why? It wasn't over. It definitely wasn't over, but I think that I would have won the game with Psych Up Groudon. Who knows though? That game wasn't over, and that was a really fast game. I don't know, man. People just don't like when you set up SDs in their faces. Mod chat is a little bit more. I use that on my stream because I don't mind people watching the game, but commenting a little bit tougher for me. But yeah, we're gonna lead off with Rayquaza once again. It is the Focus Sash lead. I would have paused it, but I figured we'd find a battle right away since I didn't take too long. I don't know why. Does that make any sense? No? Just me. So Arceus Ground comes out. I don't want to Ice Beam me. I'm gonna go right out to my Specs Xerneas and just click Moonblast. You could have Z Splash Solgaleo, which I need to keep the Focus Sash around for. But we'll throw off a Moonblast here. This is Specs. It's Modest Specs if I'm not mistaken as well. So Groudon's not going to be tanking this well at all. It shouldn't be tanking it well anyway. Yeah, oh god. Yeah, that's a 2-hit KO on Groudon. That is a 2-hit KO on Groudon. I don't even know if this is... What type of damage is that? Are you offensive, Groudon? You have to be offensive, yeah, but are you max speed, Groudon, is the question. Well, he's going to switch out, and that's great because that damage is going to be really good for my Metagross in the back. Solgaleo comes out. I don't want him Z-splashing and me having to sack a Pokemon, so I'm actually going to go hard into my Rayquaza right here. As he goes right for Toxic and unfortunately misses that. That really does suck, because now something like Arceus Ground can come in. I'm going to SD up though, expecting him to go out to Arceus Ground, or even Xerneas, which is fair, because I am that Focus Sash set. He wasn't able to break my Sash because of that, and that, again, that really does suck, because I will be able to live any hit he goes for, knock him out with that Dragon Ascent, and yeah, missing that was definitely game changing, but we got rid of Xerneas, so I don't have to worry about that thing sweeping. Wasn't really too worried about it anyway. Toxic on Solgaleo doesn't reveal much. He could be Bandit with Toxic. Gengar's going to come out. I'll probably just sack this because Sludge Wave can knock me out if he wants to go for that. Or Hex. So Hex leads me to believe that he might be a Will-O-Wisp set. Either way, Groudon is fine here. We're max Spadef and can throw off the Lava Plume, either hitting or heavily damaging the Gengar, or burning the Arceus Ground that might want to come in. Yep. Doing about 40-something% I want to say as well, close to 40, and we do get the burn on the Arceus Ground. So that's something that I wanted. I kind of expect him to recover here, and I actually want to go for Stealth Rock as he goes for the Toxic. Main reason I wanted to go for Stealth Rock is because I wanted to force him to defog if he did go for the recover, but I don't think he actually has defog. So I can safely go on to Xerneas on his recover and then click Specs Moonblast. I'm thinking anyway. Because I really don't think he has defog, because Judgment should be your last move. There's no way you're running Arceus Ground without Judgment. There's just no way. I refuse to believe it. Gengar comes in, which is really, really nice, because now it's in range of Bullet Punch from my Metagross. Unfortunately, I am trapped, and he is going to be able to knock me out. However, like I said, he is in range of Bullet Punch, and the fact that this Mon is almost gone makes it easier for me. He might just stay in too. He should go out to Arceus Ground though, but he might just stay in, and Metagross might be able to win this game on its own. Arceus Ground does come out though, unfortunately. Let's see how much we're going to do. 16% isn't bad. I know for a fact I will live a Judgment. I don't know how well we'll take it, but I kind of just want to risk it, because this Mon puts in so much work versus him if I'm being aggressive with it. So yeah, we'll live that. This Ice Punch should put him in range of the next Bullet Punch, and I will be able to knock him out. I'm also out of range of Extreme Speed from Rayquaza, if I'm not mistaken. So we can knock him out with the Bullet Punch. Arceus Ground is gone. Also, the fact that Moongeist Beam kind of sweeps at this point with Solgaleo at half. Rayquaza probably having to come out now. I think Metagross might just win the game on its own though, depending on if it's Bandit Rayquaza or not. Let's see. He has Extreme Speed. If it's Life Orb, it can knock me out. If there's Z-Move, I doubt he knocks me out. Yep. And I think Metagross wins the entire game. That's the whole game. And if Metagross does not win, then Lunala gets to click Moongeist Beam and just wins. So we finally got a game where the Mons were weakened, but Metagross looks like it just wins. Unless it's Scarf Toxic. Nope. Nice. And based on the Moonblast damage earlier on Groudon, it's 100% that we knock it out with Earthquake. This makes me so happy that the Metagross just came through and actually just picked them off. I'm glad that I got up Rocks earlier as well. Could have been Focus Sash Rayquaza. Sucks that he missed that Toxic though. That cost him his Xerneas. And that should be a good game. So yeah, Metagross put in so much work in that game. Makes me really happy. And we're going to pause it, guys, until we find another one. I actually love when I'm like showcasing him on. This isn't necessarily a Mega Metagross showcase, obviously. We're using it in Ubers. But I love that when I use him on and it actually puts in so much work. And I'm sure you guys love it too if you click the video because, oh man, Mega Metagross is being used in Ubers. I want to see how it fares. Well, there you go. It actually can put in some work. But we're going to pause it, guys, until we find a video. Yeah, until we find a video, guys. Until I make a video. We'll be right back for the battle. Alright guys, we're back. Well, we were back once before, but then my internet decided, hey, I'm not going to work for a couple seconds. Shout out to Spectrum. And I lost the timeout. So we got another game versus Eroyo Boy. Same dude that we played last time. We're going to lead off. Oh, we had Metagross too. We won with Metagross. Now he has Metagross. I like it. Anyway, Rayquaza is a great lead. Being able to take hits from... be able to take a nice punch from this guy. I kind of just want to weaken it though. Do I want to take this Ice Punch? Yeah, I kind of want to just take this Ice Punch and just weaken him with Earthquake. That way it's a little bit easier for my own Arceus in the back. Yeah, especially if he's that weak. He's definitely in range of +2. So I should be able to hit him with Extreme Speed before Bullet Punch, obviously. And now he's in range of +2 from my Arceus. And I don't see a reason not to go Arceus here, because I can SD up. I never revealed sub versus him. I can SD up, threaten the Giratina, and he's actually rocks, which is pretty cool. Which is definitely cool, and I can knock him out with the extreme speed. So basically that's what I wanted. I wanted to get rid of his Metagross. At least you see some differences in teams right here. Giratina is going to come out. I don't know if he has Will-O-Wisp or not, but I'm going to sub up. It also lets me avoid status. Any attack he can go for, he can drop a Draco. He does go for the Dragon Tail, which is going to be enough to break my sub, unfortunately. But we can hit him with the Adamant +2. Dragon Claw, which will put him in range of Ice Punch after Rocks. And a lot of my mons that he forces me into will be good for me. And he forces me into the #1 mon that I kind of wanted, yeah. So we can click Moonblast here. His answer to Xerneas is kind of dead. I don't know if it was just Metagross, but depending on his Arceus type, Xerneas might just get multiple kills on its own. I think it might. Because if Kyogre comes in, it has to go for a water move. He gives us his own Xerneas. We're Specs, and we have Metagross in the back. I don't know if he's Scarf or not, and we also have a lot of speed too. Yeah. So he doesn't knock me out. We knock him, or we don't knock him out, rather. So that's definitely, we're both Specs. However, maybe that's a little bit bad because the Veltal is looking threatening as hell. I want Rocks up though, but I want to keep Groudon healthy. So we'll go out to Metagross, and what we can do is just Mega Evolve and click Ice Punch. The reason I'm clicking Ice Punch is because it hits a Veltal harder than Bullet Punch would, obviously. And it turns out he's Arceus Ground, so at least hit that thing with our own Ice Punch. Does nothing. Absolutely nothing. I'll Ice Punch again. It turns out we're faster too, so that's definitely the better play. Because we can live a Judgment, yep. And we can definitely knock him out with the next Ice Punch, or he can switch out into Kyogre, but Kyogre would take a lot. The fact that we're faster is really, really, really nice. He's also in range of extreme speed. So Metagross putting in work, getting rid of Arceus Ground, making it a little bit harder for him to actually break through Groudon. Though a Veltal, again, is just looking so threatening on its own. Do we lose to a Veltal? He goes Kyogre. Yeah, I'll just Earthquake for damage. That did nothing. That did absolutely nothing. We should be able to go out to Groudon now, though, and just click Lava Plume. Lava Plume hitting, of course, a Veltal and Xerneas. Kyogre on its own might just win, though. Puts me on a timer with the Toxic. I don't mind that, though. Maybe I do, actually. Because, again, the Veltal's looking threatening. I'll get him at Rocks here as he goes hard into Xerneas. Well played. Very, very well, very well played. I think this game is actually over. Unless he doesn't have Sucker Punch on the Veltal, which would be weird, but doesn't have to have Sucker Punch. We do tank the Moonblast though. We can knock him out with the Lava Plume, get rid of Xerneas. I got up the Rocks because it does pressure a Veltal for Ice Beam from my Arceus, and I might just be able to win with Arceus on its own, but it's definitely Fizz Def Kyogre though. It has to be. It has to be Fizz Def Kyogre. It 100% has to be. The thing is, do you double here into a Veltal, predicting me to want to go for Press of his Blades? I guess he just goes for that. Okay, that's fine. I think that my only play is to go out to Lunala and just click Moongeist Beam and try and weaken the Veltal. As well as hopefully knocking out Kyogre, which we fail to do. So we're going to have to take this Scald. Doesn't burn us though, so that's great. And Kyogre does go down to the Stealth Rock. So it comes down to what set he is on a Veltal. I believe Arceus might be able to live a hit. I mean, either way, I Moongeist Beam here. I don't think I switch into Arceus, Extreme Speed into Ice Beam. I don't know his set, so I don't want to risk that. Is he Foul Play? He has to be Foul Play. If he's Roost, he has to be Foul Play. That did 25% though, so I'm not sure. Are you Life Orb? There's a knockoff. Let's see. Extreme Speeding twice is better than going for SD because 2 Extreme Speeds can crit. But it looks like he's just Dread Plate or something like that. Or nope, yeah, he's probably Dread Plate, Foul Play. He's gonna be able to knock me out. So he does get the revenge on me. I probably should have saved my Xerneas, but then again, it was just so tempting to go for Moonblast versus his own Xerneas, mainly because I was Specs, and I thought if he was Geomancy, I would do a ton of damage to him. So we're unfortunately losing 2 in a row. You guys didn't get to see the other one because I timed out. That's the only reason why I lost. But, ooh, this mom puts in so much work. We're leaving sub SD Arceus. It puts in so much work versus him. All on its own, because I get to sub versus the Smeargle. And SD can't even nuzzle to break my sub. I can get up to +2, maybe even +4. Unless he has Whirlwind. Let's see. Sticky Web, Stealth Rock. I don't know if he had Whirlwind. I'd probably run Whirlwind on Smeargle to be honest. Let's see if he lets me get up an SD. Because +2 Arceus behind a sub is very, very, very threatening. Not much can take that thing on. Especially versus a team like his. So there's the webs. I'm going to extreme speed here, just in case he doesn't want to switch into Giratina. Alright, nice. I should have just Shadow Clawed. But at least we'll be able to 2-hit KO him without him being able... He can break myself with Dragon Tail, excuse me, but... we'll be able to 2-hit KO Giratina, weakening that boy for Metagross. Severely weakening him for Metagross. Drops the Draco, which I can sub up on, I'm pretty sure. Not only can he miss, but he's -2 now. Nice, yeah. Exactly what I was talking about. I think I'm going for +4. I think I'm definitely going for +4. Because I do damage to a Veltal. Yep. SD Arceus putting in the work. Also doing more damage to Magearna, Groudon, and whatnot. You're not a counter. You are not a counter to a +4 Arceus. I gotta be careful though because Smeargle can actually PB stall me. Funnily enough, I could actually lose 2 extreme speeds to Smeargle. I can't lose to Smeargle, but I can extreme speed it twice and lose because of that. He should have actually went for Smeargle first. I don't want him doubling out into Magearna, into Giratina to save an extreme speed. I'd rather just go for the +4 Shadow Claw and risk the Roar or something like that. Because I don't think I need a sub up versus the majority of his team. I get a crit too, so this is 100% knocking him out. Or there being like a high roll or something. So we knock him out. This is still a giant monster. His own Arceus cannot beat me. Ever. Ooh, what is this? Breaking that blitz? You about to break my neck? Hold up. If you can see right here, I know a lot about breaking necks, buddy. I'm sorry. I know way too much about breaking necks. It's unfortunate though that Z moves like that don't have priority, but we do manage to win this game. Nice, with just Arceus putting in so much work. And I think, guys, we're gonna pause it until we find one more, and we'll be right back. Alright guys, so we have another one. Our opponent has a really cool team. Similar to the last game, I'm actually going to lead off with Arceus and sub up versus the Smeargle. He leads Weavile, which isn't too bad. I can just extreme speed that thing. I could also Shadow Claw, but I think I'm just going to extreme speed it. If he wants to go hard Lele, very solid play. I don't see a reason not to go out to Metagross. Very much like OU, Metagross can tank a hit, even if it's Shattered Psyche. Psy shocks me, doesn't do too much, and what I can do is just Mega Evolve and click the Earthquake to catch the incoming Groudon, or even Weavile or anything like that. I think Groudon would come out though. He does have Arceus Ground, however. The fact that he does have the Psychic Terrain is so cool because he has so many mons weak to Bullet Punch, and I can't touch them at all. But we're gonna go. I can see him doubling here, to be honest, into Rayquaza, expecting my mon. But I want to go hard Xerneas, I think. Let's see if he doubled. I'm mad that I Mega Evolved because now Sticky Web will affect me. But he does not double. I can go route to Xerneas and click the Modest Specs Moonblast. And we're going to start doing some damage. Doesn't matter what mon you bring out. I'm doing some damage. You can stay in with this mon. I'd be fine. You can go Groudon. Take some massive damage. Because it's definitely offensive Groudon. Just by the nature of his team, you could tell. Yep. Take some insane amounts of damage right there. You know, with the next Moonblast. And not knock him out, unfortunately. He can go for the Rock Tomb and knock, or at least lower my speed. I kind of want to keep this mon alive because he can come in on Smeargle. So I'm going to go out to my Rayquaza right here. He could also Fire Punch me if he does have it. Yeah, so unfortunately he does break my Sash. And he burns me on top of that, which is pretty depressing. But that means he also can't put me to sleep. And this is a pretty free Dragon Ascent. I don't know why he didn't go Arceus Ground though, especially with me being burnt. I couldn't do too much damage to him. Arceus Ground is definitely going to be a problem. My Lunala for him is going to be an issue. The fact that my Rayquaza did get burnt by that Fire Punch definitely sucks. And Tapu Lele is still a massive threat. But Metagross can still take a hit and just Meteor Mash through, which is what I'm hoping. So Arceus is going to come out, probably go for its, I'm going to say Ice Beam. I would say Ice Beam, yeah. Okay, it might sound dumb, but I actually want to go out to my Groudon on the incoming Ice Beam and tank that, and then get at my rocks to break Smeargle's Focus Sash. He has Calm Mind. Oh, crap. Alright, so that's not good. Because I'll definitely go down to that. I was hoping he'd Ice Beam first, and then I can go out to Rayquaza. But that didn't work the way I wanted it to. What I can do is, he can still set up on me. But I'm going to SD up, that way he kind of has to attack me. Because I figured that Recover would come right there. So we're going to SD up, that way we can actually do some damage with the Dragon Ascent. And what I will do is force him to attack me by going for the Extreme Speed right here. Yeah, and go for his Ice Beam. Nice. So that can knock me out. However, right on to Arceus we go. Set up our SD alongside him. I can sub up on Smeargle. I have to set up an SD. He should know I have to set up an SD. But I can always sub up on Smeargle as well. Do some massive damage to him. I kind of want to predict the Lele because his Extreme Speed is so obvious. I'm going to predict the Lele and go for Shadow Claw. So nice. We can get rid of the top of the Lele there. That's definitely going to help out. But I am very, 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 very worried about that Arceus. I'm very worried about the Arceus. He did switch out though, so now he's not going to be able to knock me out. However, Mewtwo will be able to knock me out here with the Psy Strike, excuse me. So we'll sack Xerneas. That way I can go out into my Lunala. And I like that he has Weave Out for Lunala. That's so cool. That is so cool. Alright, so Lunala is the play. I think I double here predicting the Weavile as well. And then I go for Lava Plume. I think I have to. If he stays in Side Strikes, very, very, very solid play on his part. But I think he's going to go Weavile. And now I pray that I get this Lava Plume burn on the incoming Smeargle, because that would help immensely. Just getting rid of Smeargle, not having to worry about the webs. That's not the play, no. Unfortunately, he's going to break through. But I do get rid of the terrain, which is what I wanted, or terrain will go down, excuse me. He does have terrain extender, wow. But we can now go out into, we can at least try to get up our Stealth Rock here, excuse me, as he is going to get up his Sticky Web, and we take maximum turns of sleep. That's always fun. Doubt he has Taunt, I think it's Nuzzle. It just goes for Spores. So we can get up our rocks, pressuring away at that Weavile, and also breaking down his terrain. And yeah, I can just go for the Lava Plume and wait till I wake up. I don't think he'd switch out. He really would risk going Arceus Ground directly on Groudon. I don't know if I agree with that play, but yeah, Judgment's me. And I do wake up, nice. We're able to get off a ton of damage on the Arceus. A ton of damage, beautiful, beautiful damage. And if he wants to start recovering, he's not going to be recovering enough. I can Extreme Speed him as well and knock him out at that range. And I think the mon that's going to win me this game is going to be... The mon that's 100% going to win me this game is going to be Metagross, because it can Bullet Punch Weavile. Nice. So I could sub here, but I think Bullet Punch still kills offensive Arceus anyway, even if he switches, which is why I'm thinking about subbing, predicting the Smeargle, right? But him not having Psychic Terrain, I think it's still better for me. Like, I could have subbed there and got enough more damage, but I think I do just win. I think I just win. I think. Because Weavile definitely dies. Mewtwo has to be his play, doesn't it? It's Weavile. Interesting. Why? Yeah, that mon dies. What? This is Adamant Arceus. Don't disrespect me. Don't disrespect Adamant Arceus. And we can just go for the Extreme Speed again. Do a lot of damage to the Mewtwo. He can knock me out with Shattered Psyche. All I gotta do is go Lunala and click Ice Beam and spam it repeatedly. He will be faster. Unless he has Dark Pulse though, he won't be able to knock me out. Shadow Ball rather. Unfortunately, because of his terrain, excuse me. Unfortunately, because of his Sticky Web, I won't be able to knock him out. And he does miss the Fire Blast. I don't know how much it mattered. All I needed to do was Ice Beam you, and then spam Ice Beam versus the, did you get the burn? All I gotta do is spam Ice Beam versus the Arceus Ground. It can't Calm Mind up on me, I'm modest. And he's offensive as well. I mean, he could try, But unfortunately, Metagross does not get to BP its way through, but we do end up winning that game. A bad turn, or a pretty poor turn on my opponent's part, was definitely sacking Weavile, because it would have been so cool. He should have went out into Mewtwo after to take the extreme speed. Then I would go out to Lunala. I'd be forced to go for the Moongeist beam. He kills Mewtwo, and then I would have been able, or I kill Mewtwo rather, and then I would have been able to just win the game with my Metagross kicking Bullet Punch, knocking out Arceus and knocking out Weavile, assuming that it does knock out Arceus. We're actually gonna count that before we end this live, because I wanna see Metagross knocking him out. All out attacker. It was 148, I think, attack. I think that's what it was. Yep, 148. Bullet Punch. Call it Bullet Punch. Arceus Ground, which is definitely offensive. Same as I think is Bullet Punching Anymon, so already Arceus. Bullet Punch is 17 and 19. After rocks, he was in range. Yes! That's 160 HP too. Get that out of here. That's 160 HP. So Bullet Punch was 1923. So I would have been able to win with that mod. Ah, that would have been so cool. How much does Mewtwo take? 26 to 31. And that's what I was talking about. Like, after I got the extreme speed damage on Mewtwo and he killed me, I go out into Lunala. I revenge kill him. He goes Weavile, revenge kills me. And then he thinks he wins the game because he clicks knockoff and wins, right? But then go Metagross and click Bullet Punch and I win. But unfortunately, it didn't go down that way. In any case, guys, I do hope you all enjoyed this live. Metagross definitely put in some work in some battles. It definitely has its place in the Uber's tier as an offensive steel type that can pressure Xerneas as well as pressure teams in general, just because of Tough Claw's boosted attacks. And I do want to know your thoughts on Metagross actually in Ubers. Not that I want to know your thoughts on it being banned. I want to know what you think about it in Ubers in particular. But you can leave those down below, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye, friends.